Hi everyone, this is Mary Blue Angel back with another part of Call Me Under, the demo, playing as the Skia. I actually don't quite remember where we were last time, so I'm just gonna press this history button. Oh, okay, I remember now. So, Adrien met us at the office, the investigations office, and we got to chat with them a little bit about like what their visions are like, and getting a bit more detail about that. And then Penny suggested we probably go out and get more information um, about Blue, I think. So I think me and Adrien are doing a tag team situation right now. But yes, I'm very excited to see how this, picking this character, how this side kind of um, is versus the human side of things, which I've already done earlier. But yeah, this also could be the last part, depending on how long I make this video. We'll see. But yes, let's just get into it. It's another busy day in Styx. Adrien and I weave our way through the throngs of people in the street, below the ever-flashing neon signs that advertise every kind of business in the atrium. If you look carefully, the light in here shines outwards in the ocean beyond the glass dome, and you can make out the looming shadow of the seaweed forest. It makes me think of the tape I listened to this morning, how a prophecy had supposedly been uncovered in the sea out on the coast of Greece, where we are right now, technically. I open my mouth, about to ask Adrien about it, when their shoulder bumps mine. Sorry about this. I should have probably found at least some useful information before coming to you. It's fine. Thanks for coming today at all. I wouldn't have wanted to set Penny on you. Adrien gives me a small, sheepish smile, but I shake my head. When it comes down to it, way fewer people know where or how to start asking questions without having some practice than you think. That's what working for Penny has taught me, among other things. I look around the streets, at the signs, and the people, thinking. One shop window in particular immediately jumps out at me. It's like it's been waiting there all along. Wait, this is where I saw him yesterday. What? Where? In there. I point at the killing moon. Instantly, Adrien's face brightens. I love Adrien's smile. It's captivating, truly. But I love like, since they're a siren, having the little pointed teeth. I don't know, something about it just even seems more mischievous but in a playful way. So it's fun to see that and kind of see more of their personality. Before falling again. Oh, maybe it makes sense that he hangs out around Eve. You know them. Yeah, Eve's a good person, and their shop has a particular vibe to it you don't get anywhere else in Styx. I like to visit whenever I need some inspiration. Since being in there makes it feel like nothing's real, I wouldn't say that. Well, not in a bad way, anyway. More like, you know how occult shops tend to be these dark and gloomy places that make you feel like you just are walking through one and gets you cursed? Never mind that some people believe sirens visiting occult places is an ill omen. But the Killing Moon is like a souvenir shop, one where you can lose enough money to pay a week's rent, if you're not careful. It definitely seems very inviting, the Killing Moon. And that's all thanks to Eve. And you said you saw him there yesterday. Yeah, Eve was giving him a piece of their mind. Come on, I'll keep the hard sales off your wallet if you keep them off mine. Deal. Again, their very cute smile. With a grin, Adrien grabs the door handle and pulls it open. The shop feels the same as it did yesterday, the comfortable, if somewhat odd music, the bright interior. I glance at the shelves, wondering how much the shopkeeper has managed to sell to unsuspecting visitors today. There's no tall, dark, brooding man in here this time, and some part of me almost feels disappointed. Eve. Adrien walks up to the front counter, and I follow him. And I follow them, my hand subconsciously going to my pocket where the piece of Jet Eve Gate and Jet Gate sorry. I was thrown off by the not correct pronoun. Adrien walks up to the front of the counter and I follow them, my hand subconsciously going to my pocket where the piece of Jet Eve gave me yesterday still sits. I can't even tell why I've kept it on my person. There's a sound of something crashing in the back. Adrien glances at me in concern, but a moment later the curtains part and the shopkeeper pokes their head out. Their face brightens instantly. I knew you stopped by, and with such lovely company. Company you're already acquainted with, so I've heard. Eve beams and steps fully into the shop, waving their hands like they're gesturing for silence, even though neither Adrien nor I are saying anything. When I glance at Adrien, they only shrug and mouth, Eve being Eve. The shopkeeper taps their bottom lip thoughtfully as they stare down Adrien first, then me. You look a little peaky. Here, I know just the thing. They glide over to the nearest shelf, humming as they skim slender fingers over a selection of crystals. Adrien shoots me a despairing look. Actually, we have some questions. Of course you do. Always with the questions. Everyone in this city. Aw, look at this cute CG of them. Did I see this earlier? I have no idea. Like in the other room. But it's so cute. I love it. The lighting's good also here. It's so fun. They turn back to us, their white dress flaring around them, and present their find in a flourish. A crystal, this one lavender and gold. Quite beautiful and sizable enough to send someone to the doctor's clinic, if thrown. Oh, I'm sure it has some weight to it. The smile on Eve's face, sweet as it is, suggests this. Ametrine, for clarity and to help with procrastination. They tip their head, looking down their nose at Adrien as they sniff the air. Also good to scare away other unsavory things. Adrien's cheeks flare red. Yes, thank you. I clear my throat. So, about the questions. Here to look for said unsavory thing, I assume? I begin to protest. I don't know Kastor, but that seems like a mean thing to say about him. Then decide against it. Do you know where he lives, and what exactly was he doing here? Nope, and he always visits me. Never buys anything, though. Just wanders in here with those wide shoulders and the devil in his eyes. You know, that man has enough bad luck on him that I don't think all the crystals in the shop could cleanse it out. And let me tell you, they're good quality crystals, too. Adrien glances at me for help. What was he here for, anyway? To ruin my day. What else? But I suppose it did bring you both back to my shop, so maybe I can't complain. I think it'd be too mean to be like, can't you tell us something useful? But we also made a plan not to buy anything. And then if I buy something, then I feel like Adrien, they might feel obligated to buy something. So I'm gonna go for the mean choice. I'm sorry in advance if it's too mean. But I guess we are investigating. A man's brother is missing, so... You're still our best lead on him. And we really need to find him. Can't you tell us something useful? Sorry, Eve. Eve squints at me, hands on their hips. You and this whole town, it seems, revolving around that horrible man, like he's the answer to everything. Anyway,
Blue came here asking questions, like he always does. Things the living can't answer. Questions about sticks, mostly, but the type that aren't spoken of or written anywhere. I told him it's ghosts, both the living and the not, and he got all mean and irritated at me, saying I'm wasting his time. While he was wasting my time. Rude bastard.
I'm sorry to hear that, Eve. Adrien sounds genuine, like they're embarrassed that the evil and possibly tired man they've been dreaming of has been causing inconveniences to real people in the real world. Nice ones like Eve. You said he was asking about sticks?
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling he wouldn't like the answers I would have given him if he was being a little more polite, anyway. They shrug. And then he stalks out, just like he always does, but not before you looked all out of sorts about him, as I remember. He haunting you now, too?
I glanced at Adrien uncertainly. What can I say to that? How much should I tell this strange human? Though something about the way they look at me, somehow, both pointed and distant, gives me the eerie feeling that they see a lot more than I could ever put into words. Clearing his throat, Adrien steps forward. He fishes out his wallet and counts a few bills, laying them on the counter before picking up the ametrine. Thank you, Eve. You always have good intuition.
You're right, and so do you, but you should listen to it more.
Adrien's smile wavers, but they nod at me, and I take them up on the tacit request to leave. Just as I was going to turn away, however...
Have you tried the Vanguard? If it's the gossip of the living you're after, bartenders are great for it.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Eve. I mean it. Eve rolls their eyes and pats Adrien's arm before pointedly looking at me.
Keep them out of trouble, will you? Adrien here's a very generous customer, and I would be upset if anything were to happen to them.
Adrien, you spent money even though you said you weren't going to. But that's nice.
Both of you keep out of trouble.
Promise. To the Vanguard, then. Adrien nods. Okay, going to the Vanguard. Despite just having opened for the day, the Vanguard Lounge still has a few patrons loitering around. But it's a different kind of atmosphere. At night, the lounge is bustling. The din of the people and the sound of the band are at a constant, dull roar, and there seems to be a near constant haze of cigarette smoke that settles like fog. Now, the low, hypnotic level of indistinct voices mingles with the sweet but forgettable song from the piano on stage. It makes things feel a little surreal, like I've walked into another vision. The way Adrien's hand brushes at my arm, I think they might share my impression. I shake myself and go over to the bar. The person we're looking for is at least right here. It's Teddy. Hello. Didn't expect you to come in this early for a drink. Work got you in a bind. Well, sort of. I slide into the chair in front of Teddy. After a moment, Adrien takes a seat as well. Glad to see some of my favorite clients making friends. What'll you have? The usual? Hey, Teddy. Hey, Teddy. And actually, something non-alcoholic right now might be better. Of course, but I expect you to come back for the spiked version tonight. I love Teddy. So flirty. You know, we just came from Eve's, and they aren't as much as a hard sell as you. Oh, high compliments. Same for you, Angel. Yeah, I'm on the clock. Teddy chuckles a low and pleasant sound and winks at us before he turns to get the drinks ready. Adrien leans over to me. Do you think there are patrons here who might have seen something too? Oh, this expression, so good. It's like so pensive and real. I love it. Possibly. Let's split the work then. Who knows, I might even be acquainted with some of them. I nod, and Adrien smiles. They get up with a light clasp to my shoulder and head over to the side of the room where the booths are occupied. Um, I just kind of like that in this route. Like, I feel like we're working a lot more with Adrien compared to when we're the human and we're working with Blue. Um, so yes, I just really like that. It's really fun for this route. I know we worked with Blue a bit, but like it felt shorter. I can't help but wonder, suddenly, those people are even alive. There's plenty of talk of ghosts wandering the streets, in the shops, and you're not supposed to talk to them. But it's not like I have any idea how to differentiate dead from the living. A gentle clink of glass draws me back. Oh, where did they go? Hi, Teddy. To ask your patrons some questions. Don't worry, they'll be back. I actually have some for you too, if you don't mind. Teddy's eyebrow raises. He leans back and crosses his arms, but his expression is one of amusement. I appreciate you ordering a drink first, at least. That's a courtesy your boss never offers. What's going on? Do you know a guy named Blue Kastor? Tall, pale, dark hair, handsome in a might be a serial killer way. Handsome in a might be a serial killer way. Blue eyes that'll squint at you like you're a splat of something unpleasant on his shoes. Looks like he hasn't slept in years. That is such an accurate description of Blue. Handsome in a might be a serial killer way. You know, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Hope I never have to use it in the future, but you know, why not? I can sense the instant shift in Teddy's friendly demeanor, though he isn't as quick to his hesitance as Eve was to their disdain. He stares at the counter between us, then shifts on his feet, and I have to wonder what the hell is going around this Blue man. The people treat mentioning him like it's an ill fortune. That's quite a description. Scarily accurate, too. I'm assuming this is Teddy. Maybe it is. Maybe that's why Adrien sees him in their dreams. Why he haunts them. Like a hammer, the tape from this morning pounds at the back of my skull. Prophecy. But it makes no sense. What prophecy? Why does it matter? That's a difficult question, you know. Teddy smiles at me hesitantly. I can almost sense the, sorry, but I don't know much, he's about to give me. Won't you try for me, handsome? You know what, I can flirt with. I like Teddy. I sigh quietly and lean forward, my chin in my hand. I catch Teddy's gaze and hold it, raising an eyebrow. Won't you try for me, handsome? I like Teddy. Teddy's just fun. Hey now, you're very good at being nice and forceful. You know that. Should I take that for the compliment you're implying it is? I give him a wink for good measure, and he laughs. It's a pleasant sound. Maybe I can stand to flirt for information again sometime. Blue, huh? Honestly, one of the few times I hear about the guy by name. He comes here often, though. He has a drink or two, sometimes finds company for the night. I know what you're thinking, but those people are still around. I would have definitely noticed if someone didn't show. And, he rubs the back of his neck, his freckled cheeks flushing, pink slightly. Well, I can vouch for him, I guess. I may have partaken. Oh. I lean back in my chair, staring at the ceiling. The poisonous coil of suspicion and doubt that's been quietly stewing away in the back of my mind starts relaxing a little. It's too early to say. Not every suspicious element is an answer. Penny drills that into me. But still, it's good to have this little affirmation. Sighing, I pick my drink up and set it down. Or down it. You know the type. He answers your questions with grunts and uses 3 words per answer, but he does tip very generously. And he's generous in other ways, apparently. I guess it is good to know he's decent to barkeeps, at least. Teddy flashes me a nervous grin, his cheeks still slightly pink. Though I'm sure most would find it hard to look at your face and not share their address or compliment you. Oh, really? Would you happen to be that kind? I fish my wallet out, pull out a piece of paper and pen, and scribble my address on it. I fold it into a little square and pass it along to Teddy. Grinning, he takes it and slips it into his pocket. For safekeeping, I'm sure. You know, you might want to ask Miss Seymour. She might have been introduced to you as Calliope. The songbird. Maybe she knows something. I didn't know she'd be in this early. Aren't her shows only late at night? Teddy shrugs. I think she likes the quiet of the back. Or maybe she likes to be thoroughly prepared. Either way, she's here now if you want to talk to her. Is that all right? Oh, I'd say she would welcome the distraction. And take that drink for Adrien. Just tell them to bring the glass back. Thanks, Teddy. I mean it. He pats his pocket then, and the one where my address is safely tucked away. If you're ever bored or lonely, just, you know. I grin. Oh, Teddy. That's fun. Okay, I'm gonna save here and cut a little short today. I didn't have a lot of time to play today, but yeah, hope you're enjoying it. I'm pretty sure the next video will be the last part, given that it's similarly structured to the other half of the demo. I'm intrigued. I'm liking a lot of these interactions. It's been very fun. Yeah, I'm just enjoying it. I can't wait for the full game to come out. And it's gonna be have voice acting. I'm very excited. So that will make it even better. I'm really curious who the voices are. I know the actors are listed on the game site, but I'll just be thoroughly surprised once the game is fully out. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye!